When you talk about World War II, there are three different perspectives. You got the Allied perspective, the Nazi perspective, and of course, the survivor's perspective. I'm going to talk about the survivor's perspective. What did the prisoners have to do while they were in camp? They had to do hard labor, otherwise they would be executed. If they were lucky, they could obtain tools, like a shovel or a pickaxe, otherwise they would have to work with their bare hands. If the guards thought that the prisoners didn't work hard enough, they were beaten, and sometimes executed. How do the survivors think of Germans? They see them as monsters. They don't trust them anymore, because they see them as Holocaust deniers, while they have experienced all the horrors that happened in the camp themselves. The Germans have done horrible things that are so inhumane that they can't be seen as normal humans, according to most of the survivors. Why didn't they want to talk about the camp experience with their family? They didn't want to be reminded of the horrors they experienced in the camp. The things they have experienced are so shocking that they try to forget everything. And if they talk about it, they would discover even more terrible things, and the memories would come back. How did it feel to be liberated from the camp? They were relieved to be free, and happy, because they didn't have to do hard labor anymore. Besides that, it was still a rough time. They had to recover from major injuries, not only physical, but also mental. And mental injuries are hard to recover from. Where did these people think they were going? They knew they were going to Dachau, and they also knew that it was a camp and what was going to happen. But the things they have seen there go far beyond their imagination. They didn't expect to see horrible things they have seen there. Also, life was much harder in the camps than they thought. How did the survivors cope with so many casualties? They had lost so many friends and families that they thought that they should stay strong as a tribute to the ones they lost. You can imagine that they were really depressed, but they had experienced something so terrible that they knew life could only get better. How did the survivors see the future after they were liberated from the camp? They saw it dark, and they advised people to make sure they got a government who is in favor of the right firearms. So clearly they don't trust the world anymore, and they think they should be prepared for another war. This is what a classmate thinks about what happened in World War II. If I look at World War II, I am fascinated by every movie or short clip that I see. Then I think, how would it be to live in such a camp? Would I be able to survive the horrors? I don't think so. If I had to live in that time, I wouldn't know what to do. If I survived, I would know how to speak of it and just ignore the feeling of being imprisoned.